Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with Shannon. We got his truck done and we're gonna go take it for a ride.
Yep.
And we're gonna tell you some of the stuff and the details on the spec of the truck and some of the things we've done to the truck and show you some of those deals. And but we gotta go take it for a ride.
Yes.
And you're gonna show us how it's done, right?
Well, hopefully.
This is you haven't had your old truck was a cat truck.
Yep.
So I imagine the Cummins is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it doesn't even have like 100 miles on or something. Probably needs fuel because pretty much when they dropped it off from Denton, it went straight in our shop over here, and we just started straight away working on it. And well, if you guys watched the last video, you already know that. But we'll quit rambling. Let's talk about the truck and take it down the road. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. All right, here it is. About to go take this thing down the road and show you guys how this thing does going down the road. But first things first, kind of talk a little bit about the spec on this truck. So it's a 2022 389. It's got the bigger Cummins in it, 565 horse with a 2050 torque, 18-speed trans, air ride front end, dual leveling valves. We obviously, things we've done to the truck. We put a 20-inch Roadworks miter cut stainless front bumper on there. It's got the 12-gauge bumper lift set up on there. Strapless breathers. It's got we did the breather chops. Those come from Roadworks, and then the whole strapless kit with the front and rear light bars is actually all one piece. That comes from 12-gauge, and on the back we've got the brand new mini watermelon light back there. That's also from Roadworks. Cab and sleeper panels are from 12-gauge. We lowered the def tank and moved it back about a half an inch. Moved both the tanks back a little bit. Iowa Custom shock box cover. Replaced all the lights in the sleeper and the shock box cover to match. It's got a Peterbilt 34-inch quarter fenders on there with the braces. Back here in the very back of the truck, we went ahead and made a new cross member. Put 2 electric lines in your air, and you'll notice on this cross member it does go straight across back here. Doesn't have that typical, your typical one has kind of like a little dip in it right here. So we just made it nice and straight. And on the bottom side where the factory cross member usually goes inside the frame rail, this one that we made goes on the outside. That way once Shannon puts the T-bar and everything on there, it won't have like a little gap in between the frame and the T-bar. It'll all fill in nicely. And fixed fifth wheel. It's got full lockers. And he's got a lot of stuff he's still doing in this truck too, guys. So this is not even remotely close to being done. I mean, he'll end up doing the front air dump switch kit himself when he gets back. He's changing the boxes out. He'll paint the front hubs and put the chrome oil caps on there. Lot of stuff that he's going to do this truck, but we were able to get all this done, get the visor put on there. That visor came from Shannon. Where'd you get that visor from?
4 States.
4 States, that's right. So he bought the visor from 4 States, shipped it down to us, and also shipped us the window chops. And basically we just went in ahead, and once we got it in, we you can see there, we painted the inside of the visor. Peter from Almost Chrome came down one day, was working on some stuff for us, and went ahead and polished that visor back out, made it look even better. And yeah, overall, truck's super sharp. It's 315 wheelbase. We walk around this way, you can really tell the wheelbase on this truck once you step back this way. Get a nice profile shot here. There you go. She's long. It looks good. And it's aired up, so we don't even have the air dumped in this thing. I mean, the truck's aired up right now. Once you dump the air in this truck, it drops down another good solid 3 inches. And it has a real cool look to it once you do that. It's also got the lift bumper. We'll show you that in just a second. But if you guys saw the other videos, you've seen that already. We did the clear lights on the roof. Interior wise, it's got the platinum interior. It's got low back seats in it, which is not something we typically have on trucks that we've been doing on the channel, or even, you know, spec trucks, but that was something Shannon wanted. And I've got to say the low back seats are pretty cool and they're comfortable. I don't have any complaints out of them whatsoever. That's about it. I guess it kind of gives you the generals. Disc brakes all the way around. I think I already said it's got dual leveling valves in the front.
We put in fuel tank heaters.
Fuel tank heaters.
It's got the inverter in it.
That's right.
With shore charge, so never have to shut the fridge off. Go home, pull it in the shop, plug it in, and it'll charge the batteries while I'm home.
We'll walk around. We'll show you that too. I kind of just, we've done so much in a couple of days that I sort of forget, you know, some of the stuff you do, and then you're just like, you just do it, and it's not really a big deal, and it's just something you normally do, and then I don't tell anybody about it. But where we moved everything around for the def tank and everything else. Now the def tank is dead even with the fuel tank as far as the bottom side of it goes. But then under here we went ahead, there's a shore power hooked up, and that just kind of keeps it all nice and hidden. And I know some guys are going to watch this and say that def tank's lower than the fuel tank. The curve of the def tank is way different than the fuel tank, and it does kind of give it this illusion that it's lower, but it's absolutely not. It is the same height. We spent a good bit of time making sure we didn't put that thing too low, just because, well, this truck's long, and I don't think Shannon really wants to center hang anything. So kind of just wanted to make sure we got that right. 8-inch exhaust. It's got the Dynaflex rod pickets in there. But yeah, I mean, that kind of I think that kind of covers everything. Look at here, Shannon's got all his stuff. He's getting ready to leave, so all of his takeoff parts, we've stuck them all in here. But there you go. There's your inverter.
So with the inverter, it comes with three outlets.
And you've got
3 or 2.
Yeah, there's one up there by the sleeper.
Yep, one down on the floor.
Yep. Plenty of storage in here.
It might be just 2.
You know, we painted the dash. We also painted this control panel back here in the sleeper to match. We took the cigarette lighter out and actually put a USB charging port in, which will be a nice little added thing there. All right, guys, I want to show you real quick too. The lift bumper on this is from 12 gauge. Go ahead and pick it up. You can kind of see it comes right out. Got this little flip deal. And so you can kind of see the whole setup here. It's pretty simple. The whole kit from 12 gauge to these bumpers is pretty much a bolt-on deal. You might have to, depending on what bumper you run, modify some stuff on the bumper, but if you do, it's probably pretty small. Like with this Roadworks bumper we put on it, we had to do a little bit of modifications, but nothing that took more than 10 minutes. And you can see, I mean, the kit is a super clean install and works really well, and gives you, if you're off-road or a bunch of potholes in a parking lot, you can tell it gives you a ton more clearance. You don't have to worry about anything, and you can flip that switch down like that, and you got it back to normal bumper setup. So really cool deal. And yeah, I don't know, I think a lot of trucks that have, you know, your lower suspension, and someone that may, you know, like with Shannon and what he does, he can oftentimes be somewhere that's like a little more rougher terrain, and having that flip bumper makes it a whole lot easier. I thought you were gonna leave me. Uh-oh.
Run.
Oh, yeah. Take his first maiden voyage here. You can see the dash panel's a lot better over here on this side. So guys, this is a 2000, is this a 21 or do we have a 22?
It's 22.
It's a 22. 2022 389. It's got the big Cummins in it, 565, 2050 torque. You put a 10 speed in here?
Yep.
We're kidding. It's an 18-speed. Shannon's got all his stuff he's taking back with him, just some of the parts that come off the truck, but here's the inside of it. You can kind of fridge. It's got all the storage compartments, everything else in it. And man, feels good to, after working on this truck for so long, to get a jump in this thing and go down the road in it.
Right.
One thing we're probably gonna need to do before we get too far, Shannon.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go fill that dude up. So I think we'll go get fuel and then hit the road, take it around for a little while. It's kind of nice. The Jake's, when you're slowing down, actually has a decent sound to it. You know what the back of that truck looks like to me? A lot of work.
Right.
They got 100% gas here. We better not put that in there. $281, 97 gallons of fuel. The other tank, this pump got mad and said you can't have no more, but they gave us 95 and 32. So still needs a little more, but we're getting there. Probably takes 5 times longer to fill up than it would at a truck stop, at least. How long does it take you to fill a truck up at the truck stop? Like,
Pumps are working probably 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. We've been here, well, I don't know, I've had an ice cream and a water and yeah, so it's taking a minute. We're almost there. 133 gallons, $389. This is really taking a long time. All right, we're filled up and ready to go. Well, not exactly filled up, but we have more fuel. All right, so we finally got fuel. That seemed to take a minute. I mean, that was it's quite the lengthy process.
Yes, it was.
Not exactly the fastest pump I've ever seen.
No.
Oh, so tell me a little bit, Shannon, because I know some stuff, but I probably don't know it all. This obviously is a brand new truck. We did the stuff to it, but how many trucks have you had? What does this make? Is this like the third?
Fourth one.
Fourth truck. What did you have before?
First two I ever bought were Freightliners. Then I got a 08 Peterbilt, and then the last one I just had was an 06, so this is the first brand spanking new one.
Nice. You were kind of telling me too that you think, or you've driven them, but the Cummins Jakes on this setup versus like your old truck had a cat in it, and these seem to be stronger.
Oh, these are way better. By far. Cats just make noise.
Right. And this is a 3-stage setup, so you can kind of dial it into what you need. So a few things, guys. This truck, you know, we kind of went around the truck a little bit here at the beginning of the video, but looks like somebody got in trouble. But anyway, it's a 2022 389. The wheelbase on this is 315 inches.
Yes, sir.
Your last truck was 305.
Yep.
A little bit longer, and it's a 72 inch stand up, and your last truck was a 78.
Yeah.
So it even looks, from a profile side of things, with
Longer.
that smaller, yeah, it looks a lot longer just with a little bit smaller bunk in it. What are you mainly doing with this truck? I know you got a curtain side.
Build wise or work wise?
Work wise.
At least down with long haul trucking. Been there. It'll be 5 years in August, and you pretty much haul anything you can haul on a flatbed. On a flatbed, inside the curtain.
Nice. You like you enjoy working with the long haul?
I do. Won't go anywhere else.
What do you like about it the most? I mean, what drew you to do it?
Good money. Freedom of being an owner operator.
Yeah.
And they're just great people to work with. Dispatch, office, all of it.
So it's a good support base, and then they're not they do good on their pay.
Yeah, very good.
You've got your own ride, and I guess you can kind of like, you know, if you need a day or two, being an owner operator, you can kind of take a day or two if you want.
Or 5 weeks.
Or 5 weeks. Or that. He's referring to, he sold his truck before we got this truck here. And so, you know, you guys saw in the last video, we put this truck together pretty quick. It was like 4 days. And the biggest reason we did it in a hurry was, well, because you want to get back on the road. I mean, get back to work. 5 weeks of sitting around probably drive a person nuts.
It wasn't bad, but yeah, it'll be nice.
I know I gotta always be doing something, so I definitely enjoy working. If I had to take 5 weeks off, I'm really gonna need to find something to do to keep me busy. Good day for a ride though, it's nice out.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. No, that 5 weeks I spent getting a lot of things ready for this. So when I go home, I can get things done.
What yeah, tell me a little bit about that too, because we only like scratched the surface more or less on what we've done to the truck right now. Because when you get back home and when you've got your other time together, and you've already got a bunch of parts, you're telling me, for the truck.
Yeah. Put monster lids on it for the battery box covers, 12 gauge mirror brackets. Had a few extra lights, not a lot, but just a few.
Yep. You've got you do the stainless wraps on the tanks.
Yep. That'll probably be a little bit out, but yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get this up to Steve so we can get the right measurements.
But the cool thing is you're gonna get some of this stuff done, and then you're gonna bring it to Crossville, Tennessee on June 18th and 19th, right?
I'm gonna do my best.
All right. Well, I'll hold you to it. If you don't make it, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna need photo proof of you doing work stuff and not being at the show.
That won't be a problem.
So guys, hopefully he can make his schedule work, get a load down this direction, and make it up to our show June 18th, 19th. That's going to be in Crossville. If you want to see information on it too, you can go to the website. It's semicasualtruckshow.com, and you can get all the info there. But it's going to be a ton of fun. We're expecting to have a lot of trucks. A lot of the trucks you've seen built on the channel are going to be there, plus a whole lot more others. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. So overall, how do you feel about the new truck? We're driving it. This is like the first real mileage to be able to put on this thing. And good so far?
I love it. I do. Ride's nice. Nice to have an air ride front end.
What do you think about the quieter truck? Because I mean, you came from a cat truck with pretty loud pipes on it, the whole 9 yards, and this thing's kind of.
I'm gonna like it.
It's kind of chill in here now.
At a certain point in time, and a certain point age, that just I did it. It was cool.
A little quieter ride's a little more enjoyable. You don't have to crank the radio up as loud to hear it.
Nah, you still probably will anyways.
Well, I mean, still play loud, but you don't have to play it as loud. So right now we're running 60 miles an hour at about 1,400 RPMs.
About 14 and a quarter.
14 and a quarter.
Here, pull this up and see what it says.
1490. We sped up. We're like 63 now.
1440 at 60.
1440 at 60. That's not bad. So you were saying earlier, we were riding around, that you got to get a little bit used to shifting this truck because it's a lot different than your old truck with the cat.
Yes. Cummins, you got to shift just a little bit faster. So it's just going to take a little time to get used to it.
And that's just because, like, the Cummins versus the cat, the RPMs are falling a little faster on the Cummins?
Yes.
Okay. So just a little bit of getting used to catching that RPM where it needs to fall in place.
Yeah. And then the throttle on these Cummins are more sensitive than the cat is.
I mean, overall though, I'm enjoying riding around in this.
Yeah. Ride's nice. Looks nice.
We got the red lights. All right, guys, that is it for the video. Thanks for taking us for a ride in this thing and hanging out and letting us put it together.
Okay.
I mean, it was fun. He's like, whatever. I think he's ready to go.
I gotta go. I got things to do.
It makes some money. He's not making any money with no trailer.
Unless I can make money on these videos, I'll stay all day.
Well, I got you a free shirt and a hat.
I suppose. Well, you gave me two, so I suppose,
two hats.
I suppose you're good.
With two hats. But anyway, guys, we had a great time, putting this truck together. And you guys saw the last video. We did, not an exuberant amount of stuff, but enough to make the ride really cool. Yeah. At least for the way home. You got more to do to it.
Yeah. And I had a great time here this week. I have nothing. Totally screwed that up.
I mean, we just do these things and ramble. It's like you don't have to worry about it. I mess up everything all the time. So.
But anyways, everybody down here at Semi Casual has been fun this week.
I mean, I've had a good time.
Yes.
It's been a lot of fun.
I mean, hospitality, great workmanship on the truck.
Shop's
So,
nice. It's nice to have an air
Yeah.
conditioned shop to work on stuff.
Well, as long as the air conditioner works.
Yeah, right. We had an air conditioner like mishap day one, but anyhow, guys, we hope you like the video. Remember, if you want to see his truck, I'm pretty sure Shannon's going to come to the show. I'm going to probably call him every week until the show and be like, are you coming? Are you coming? June 18th, 19th, Crossville, Tennessee. You can find more information about it in the description down below. Also, go to semicasualtruckshow.com for more information on the truck show. And hit the little thumbs up button. Follow us on Instagram at semicasualshow. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Later.
See ya.